Today we're going to be digging into another Scrawlrbox. I don't know what month it is. I get them late, and then I'm usually late to getting them open, so we'll just open it up. It'll be a surprise for both of us. Let's find out what month it is and see what kind of art supplies we'll be working with today. Did I get double stickers? Oh. Let's dig in here. Okay, for some reason we got 2 stickers. Oh, they have a different texture to them. One's got purple eyeballs and one's green squiggly lines. And double stickers. Why am I excited about that? Okay, and then we have a menu listing the art supplies. So we have those, oh, it looks like we have 3 abstract matte soft body acrylics. I actually have seen these before. It's a bag of paint. Kind of reminds me of frosting, like a lot. So you've got your juicy bag of paint with the nozzle. If I remember correctly, you can buy nozzles for it to create like interesting designs, kind of like you would do with frosting. But we have 606, which is Rogue Cadmium. Oh no, it's Cadmium Red Deep Hue. I was reading the wrong language. This one is Indigo Blue, and this one is Titanium White. Yes, you know it. So we have red, white, and blue. That's not the national anthem. What's cool about this is we have white, which means we can make them really pastel versions of each other. I have been really digging like pale pinks and pale baby blues. So I wonder if we can do something along those lines. I might just use my own titanium white for that, since I don't want to like... Oh wait, this is matte. Well, that's not that uncommon for acrylic paints, but they are matte. Okay. I'm like all over the place. All right, we got a... Oh, it's February. Not so bad. Hey, we got one of these too! It's the Kohinoor Hardmouth Magic Pencil. Also, red, white, and blue. Wow, are we patriotic today or what? What's actually funny, well, UK's colors are red, white, and blue, aren't they? The box is from the UK. I am in the US. It all feels very patriotic to me, okay? I like the blue, like, squiggly tie-dye pattern along with the tip of the pencil, which has 3 different color leads. One's red, one's white, and one's blue. I remember the first time I saw one of these pencils, I was just so amazed. Now I feel like they're in my life a lot. Why is that? We also have, oh Jesus, Daler and Rowney acrylic paint marker. Okay, so it's like a Posca pen. Is it this color? I hope not. Oh, it's black. Okay, we good. I've never tried this brand. Oh yeah, it's definitely just like a Posca pen if you've ever used them. So it's full of acrylic paint, but you get this, you get a much more precise line with it because it has the nib, but you also can't like change the variation of the size because it's not a brush. But I guess you kind of pick your poison. I usually really like these when I'm trying to do like a line art or something. And this one's in black, so that'll be perfect. All right, the final art supply is the Pro Art Scholarcrylc. Oh, I like, look. You graduated. Congratulations. It's a number 6 round paintbrush. So I guess we're going to be painting today. I might want to change my clothes because I really like this shirt. There's a lot of paper in here. What's this? We have the Scrawler zine, which looks like it's this illustration blown up onto the size of the zine. Ah, this is always my favorite. Wait, I didn't get this candy. I was kind of excited for this candy. That must be why we got 2 stickers, because it only shows the one. Sad day, sad day. This is about the artist who created this illustration. Oop, some tips. Let me just quickly reference this. Use masking tape. You can add white to make a color more opaque. If you want it to dry faster, you can use a hairdryer. Interesting. I think I knew all that. Oh man, look at these. Did I not do that box? Must have missed it. But look at the color, that's so fun. I love all the like faces specifically. It's my favorite thing to draw too. Cubist influence. Should we try that? That seems like the way to go, and I really like the colors in this piece, which we have the capability of creating. Sorry, still reading. Oh no, this sticker is from last month's box. Where's my candy? Oh well. I do want to keep this open because I really like the colors, so I'd like to recreate those myself. Here we have the art print by Julian Renaud. Is that Renaud? There's social links right here. I always forget to link them in the description, so hopefully I held that up long enough. Okay, we also have some paper. Oh, I like the way this feels. 220-pound Daler Rowney A5 acrylic paper heavyweight. So specifically made for acrylic paints, I think. Oh, dang, that ain't flimsy. Okay, so that's everything inside the box. Trying to decide where to start. I feel like we need to kind of swatch things out. I might do that in my sketchbook because I like blobbing stuff in my sketchbook. I also have my palette out here I can kind of use. So maybe I can just get away with like rolling up the sleeves. There, we safe? This is what I've been using as my palette. I have cleaned it a couple times. It's not that difficult. It's just you can't really clean it when it's thin. You kind of got to build it up before you can clean it. But this should be fine for now. And it's pretty. So let me blob some of this on. This makes me want to like eat it. Put the blue over here. It's very light, specifically soft body. Oh, and then it also mentions how light, fast, and opaque it is on the back. Do the cadmium red. Ooh. Excuse you. I don't want to put too much out because these don't seem like they're very large containers of paint. If it all dries up on me, I'll have nothing left. And I don't know if I'm ready yet. And then we have our titanium white. Boop. Also have some water that I should change out. That's really old. Water. All right, hopefully it didn't dry on me. So what I would like, should I grab a palette knife? Actually, let's just try out the colors as is. Kind of see what they'll look like as they dry. Use up the paint that's on the brush now. Clean it off. Do the blue. Not a huge fan of the blue. I don't know if I had too much water on my brush. It feels a little less opaque than the red. They have the same classification on the back. Should be fine. We have white. Oh, I literally didn't clean my... I did not clean. Make a nice pastel blue. Let's make a pink as well. So we need mostly white and then just a little bit of red. Hey, that looks exactly like what was already on the palette. I'm probably gonna like it, and I do. I feel like I should also mix together the red and the blue just to kind of see what kind of purple it comes up with. It almost looks black next to those colors, which could be handy. But we also, I totally just forgot, but we have this guy and this guy. Should we sketch whatever we do in this and then paint on top? Since the acrylic paints are opaque, that would probably work. I'm gonna draw with this guy, our magic pencil. Ooh, the gradient. That's fun. A little hard to like figure out where I'm drawing because it's such a wide lead. But I bet if you draw really large, it'll kind of solve most of that problem. Because it has the white in it, sometimes it just doesn't draw. I suppose if you're on like a black paper, you wouldn't have that problem. It just looks like red and blue because the paper is white. It's always so random when it changes colors too. Catches me by surprise. Getting a little distracted? Oh, we wanted to try out this guy. So it's an acrylic paint marker, so you do have to prep it. So what you do is you kind of like squish it down and you can kind of see the ink appearing. And then you shake it to get the paint moving. Then usually if we pump it, it's gonna start. There it is. So that we can use as our line art. It's a little thinner than most of my Poscas, which will probably come in handy. Nice. Ooh, is that matte as well? I mean, I think always Poscas are, but it just looks different to me. Maybe I have a whole new eye for this sort of thing. Anyway, I feel like the smartest thing to do, since I've never really attempted Cubism before, I should try to like recreate this, just so I get a feel for like train the wrist. Just to let my wrist kind of understand what my eyes are seeing. That makes sense. So should I try and recreate this character in this style? So let's see, if this was her head, what if do we just get to make up our own rules? I don't really know how this works. But she had glasses, so let's like do a circle here. And we'll do the other circle up here. And now we need a lot more straight lines, it looks like. They do have curves, but it's like a lot more square involved here. So what if we like cross a line like this and then like this, and so then this will be the pupil of the eye. Now I usually do like triangles for noses. Can we like do a square instead, maybe with a nostril, because like it has to look like a face, right? We don't want it to be completely abstract. We want you to look at it and be like, is that a face? If we got that far, it's good enough. I don't need you to be like, that's a face. I just want you to think that maybe you're looking at a face. We need a mouth. She does have a smile though, so maybe we can like come down this way and connect up here. Now she looks a little too sad. How do I make it happier? Ooh. That might not have been it. I need the bangs and everything. I'm gonna go with triangle, triangle. She has like a piece of hair up here. It's looking a little like a face. It kind of reminds me of Rodney from Robots. Is that what it's called? Pretty sure he was played by like Ewan McGregor or something. There we go. Now, some of this is like filled in with different colors. How do you decide that part? Well, we'll just go for it, you know? We'll start with a dark blue. We'll fill in this little thing that I filled in already. This is kind of interesting. Like, not having too many rules, but I also like having restrictions. And I feel like I don't really have any right now. So it's scaring me a little. As long as I get through today without getting any paint on my shirt, I will consider it a success. Yeah, I feel like this blue needs 2 layers. It's not quite as opaque. And I think I want the nostril to be dark. Let's color in the mouth shape thing. Even I am unsure what it is. So I think what's important is just trying to find a way to not have the same color bump into itself at all. Seems like enough blue. Looks a little patchy. I'm gonna add some white to that blue. So now we have a separate blue color that we can fill in some more spaces. I guess we kind of just do whatever. I suppose what's cool is that they are acrylic paint, so if I decide I don't like a square or I want to change the shape of it, it shouldn't be too difficult. And we have white paint, which will make it even easier. See how much more opaque that one is when I add the white? Also, by doing this sort of experiment, I'll know if I need more rhyme or reason to it. Just kind of gotta do and then see what happens. We could probably do a lighter blue though. Make sure there's some contrast between it and then mid blue though. Maybe separate these two. We can also leave some places white. We don't have to color in everything here. Still unsure if I'm doing this right or if there is a right way to do it. Very new to this. Let's clean the paintbrush and switch to some pink colors. Okay, and then we'll probably do a lighter one as well. So my brain says to focus a lot of the red towards the cheeks here. So I'm gonna fill in this little triangle. And maybe something here. What about a circle? Just to give it a cheek. And the nose, I always like blush on the nose. That's so cute. So we'll do that as well. Probably gonna end up going over that with some more of the lighter pink once I make it. Kind of figured there'd be some here. Let's add some more white to this. Make a new color. I'm feeling a little trapped. I don't feel like you should feel trapped when you're doing cubism. Fill in some more shapes here. I feel like Cubism's probably one of those things that, like, if you understand the rules of art really, really well, you can tweak certain ones to make Cubism, like, makes work. I don't know. Not sure I'm there. Not sure what I'm trying to say. Let's add more white. Make an even lighter version. All right, and do this again. I think I'll leave that top corner white. Maybe add a second circle here. Make it look more like an eye. Ooh, that's creepy. I like it. Kind of like it. I've never been a huge fan of Cubism, but like now that I've like tried it, I kind of understand more what goes into it. You know, it just feels more interesting to me now. Walk a mile in someone else's shoes, that sort of situation. Yeah. Add a little blush. Ooh, we could also make a purple by mixing our red and blue together and then adding white. I feel like we also need an ear. So I'm gonna just draw one of those in. Ooh, I like the way that balances it. I'm kind of just blobbing it. This would be something really cool if I hadn't like drawn in a while as a way to like get back into the swing of things, because it's just so different. When you haven't drawn in a while and you try to do what you used to do and it doesn't really live up to expectations, and then you get a little like, oh, what's wrong with me? Doing something completely different seems like a good idea, because then you can't have those feelings, you know? We're gonna decide what color this line should be. As evident by it constantly changing. It also kind of looks like a shoe. So it's like that's the foot and that's the head. I'm trying to use the paint that's on the paintbrush here. Don't want it to go to waste. Add some more titanium white. Blend out the face. Made almost a skin tone. If we add a little more blue to that, it might look a little bit... just look a little bluer. Should have expected that. It's a little... went a little heavy on the blush. Guess we'll do blue hair. You draw a little heart. Use up that paint. Now clean the paintbrush, allow that to dry, and then I'll get a feel for whether I did this right or not. I think once it's like done, you know. I'm honestly kind of liking how it looks right now, you know, with this guy, so we will see. Why did that sound like Miss Piggy? While I'm waiting, I'm gonna just sketch over here. You don't need to, don't mind me. Oh, I love when you draw a straight line and you see the gradient. The white parts of the pencil, though, are really annoying. It's like, I just drew this ear, and now I'm drawing it again, and now I see it. Draw that same character again? Why not? Big old glasses. Figure out the hair situation. This is a very 2011 haircut. The hands. Ooh, that looks cool when you like fill in an area. What kind of pants are we looking at here? I feel like boots would be kind of fun. Thinking a skirt? I'm just thinking a full-on dress. And I get to color it in. Oh wow, that looks cool. This is cool for that. I don't like it for sketching, but filling in a color, ooh, that works. That works. I just realized how whoosh that is. I was sitting over here looking that way. Wow, different angle, different perspective for sure. I kind of just want to fill everything in. It's gotta be dry by now, right? All right, we're looking good. What about over here? Maybe got a second to go. This one, I think we can go ahead and line it. Ooh, I'm a little nervous. So do all my favorite lines. So we know we want to like outline the whole thing, so we could probably start there. Oops, I got stuck in the paint. Now I'm realizing I should have gone a little bit more pastel. Not showing as well as I would have liked. Compared to like the white paper, it looked pastel, but compared to black, it don't. Okay, I want this whole eyeball because it's supposed to look like glasses. Gotta kind of fill that all in. Maybe we'll have this line go off the edge like that. Then we'll connect to this line. Okay, then do I want to outline this one or that one? I guess we could do both. Why not? Let's try that. I'm kind of tempted to do something like, what do we think about that? I feel like it kind of pushes the eyeball idea. We also got the ear. We still want to avoid tangents if we can. But I also noticed it does take advantage of tangents. Like it tries to create one line instead of doing multiple lines if possible. So there's like a fine line, I guess. How many times did I say line? I want to do like the ear thing like this. But then we have this eyeball. The paint is bumpy, right? So when I hit it with the tip of the pen, I get stuck and then I follow along the bump. It doesn't make for a very clean line, we'll say. Go up there. And then this line I had connecting to that circle. Then we had our square nose. The lips. Do no, I kind of messed that up. That's not what I wanted. Ooh, it looks sloppier now with the lines. I'm trying to figure out why I feel that way about it. Is it my inability to draw a straight line because of the bumpy paint? Maybe. Is it because I keep putting my hand in it? Also maybe. So I should have started in the top left and moved down. Good thing to keep in mind for next time. I definitely want to reattempt this. Let me take a step back. I definitely want to go more pastel. It's too dark. There's not enough contrast. So if I look at this, there's a lot more lighter areas. So we want it to be way lighter, and I need to be more precise when I'm doing the lines and just somehow try to conquer the bumpiness. I think that's what I know now going forward here. So let's grab the piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna put it down with some masking tape. I've noticed as I get to the bottom of this one, this is like the Scotch brand, it starts ripping and it doesn't want to go straight anymore. See, that's what I'm talking about. Very frustrating. Hey, I'm having some good luck now. Okay, a little messy. Okay, I kind of want to continue with that same character just so I don't have to think too hard, but we're going to try and do it a little differently. So this character has like circle earrings, so we'll see how much we can incorporate. I would do like a thumbnail, but I feel like part of what makes it cool and abstract is the making it up as you go. And so if you pre-planned it, it's not going to have that vibe, you know? So we'll try it. You know, we got circles, we got straight lines. Is that all we can do? We can do triangles, I suppose. Let's start with a circle for the head. We know we want her to have glasses. What if we take a line that comes from here, create a nose, and then this line can connect back here and create lips? It's like an M. But then we lose this circle shape, right? So we'd start here. Maybe don't go outside that face. Can I erase this pencil? I don't think I've tested that. Not really. Just vaguely. You want a nostril? No, don't that one. Go away, go away. Let me read this again. Cubist painters were not bound to replicating form, texture, and color or space, and they rejected the inherited concept that art should emulate the natural form. Instead, they presented a new idea in which paintings depicted a radical fragmentation of reality. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm also trying to make it that same character. So what if I kind of like do the thing that I did with the hair, but it like goes off the edge, clearly. And then this will do the same thing. And I want the glasses to poke out on one side. We need eyeballs. Can we just do like good old eyeball? This one. What if I do the same circle, but I imagine the tip poked out, kind of like the shape is, and then imagine that shape kind of poked out of it too. No, I don't like that. Bye. Let's start with just this. No, I don't like that either. I would like to add like a little highlight. Now she had bangs too, so I could kind of come up like that, create them like this, and then this is a little piece that like folds over. So this is her hair, this is her hair, This is her hair. Still seems a little too symmetrical somehow, even though it seems anything but. What if we like copy one of these eyeballs? We'll keep that line. We'll go right off the edge of the canvas. Now I feel like that does give the illusion of glasses because we have like this line. We have this big circle. This, do we want like a neck? Do we need shoulders? Like that? This is kind of fun. Looking at it, I'm like, ooh. But making it, I'm like, yeah. Now she has that top with the like spaghetti straps. What if we create the spaghetti strap and then do this? There we go. I think that's it. Now we add in the color, right? Now what I want to do is be way more pastel with it. We're gonna need more white. I'm just gonna throw some near each of these colors so they each have their own pile and I'm not contaminating. Got my paintbrush. Where do we want to start? Should we focus like the skin being more red and the hair being more blue? I noticed with like, it doesn't seem to have much of a, rhyme or reason to it. So I guess we get to do whatever we want. So let's grab a little bit of red and then maybe we'll go lighter from there. I just really don't want it too dark. I like the idea of the red cheeks, but I also like the red nose and we don't have that many lines here. I do want to just kind of color in everything so we don't have any canvas showing and we can just build it up with layers because I want to not have the messiness of that. And maybe by having a ton of layers, it might smooth it out or it'll make it more bumpy and make the line art even harder to do. But we will find that out. Do it like a coloring book. Pick a color and fill a cube. Cubism. Add a little more white. I'll follow the shapes of it. Ooh, that kind of looks cool. I like how it looks like a S. Same thing here. Okay, let's go even lighter. More white, please. This is our lightest pink possible. So I'm kind of focusing pink as almost like a skin color. But I think once we start adding in blue, it'll probably end up being blue on top of it. Don't quote me on that being the skin tone. Anything goes. I feel like my brain's just trying to like give myself rules to follow. Maybe that's natural. It's a lot of brain power, I feel like, to break rules. At least for me. Having no rules at all is scary. Ooh, the paper is buckling a little. I'm glad I taped it down. Kind of looks like a bird. Do you see it? Do you see a bird in here? That's right, I don't want any white. If I want white, I'm gonna paint it white. So probably add a layer of something else first, just to cover the pencil, so that if I do decide to make it white, I won't have to do 2 layers. Hey. So we switch to blue for like the hair and then the outfit. See what that does? We can also do purple. We could do purple hair, we could do purple outfit, we could do purple eyes. Ooh, what if we do purple as like our background? Okay, clearly I need some kind of rules, so we'll just let me do what I gotta do. That's a lot of one blue, so maybe when you go lighter, kind of like change that up a bit. What is that? Why won't it go away? What is that? Oh, it's like an actual physical piece of something. Ew! I think I'll make that pupil black with our, not Posca pen, our acrylic paint marker. Find things to fill. A little lighter maybe? Just kind of make that bangs look like it protrudes forward by making it lighter. We go lighter for this or darker down here. Might regret this, but you know what? I'll just do whatever my brain says. And this little triangle here. What about a little square right here? Let's just grab one of these colors and fill this in because I haven't decided which one it will be. And we'll see if I like it. I need to like get on this side of it. A little darker. What if I follow that line? I'm gonna fill that in. Paintbrush is a little too blobby. Got too much paint on it. I need to clean it. Now I want to make a purple. So I'm gonna grab the red and the pink. Not sure how dark to make it. Start in the top left corner here. Maybe we'll color each box like a slightly different version of it. Kind of looks gray, which I think works. Color it in just like that. That's all I've got for commentary. Hope you're enjoying. All right, so the last thing I need to do is grab some white. I'm gonna clean the paintbrush. All right, then I'm gonna grab some white. We're gonna layer that anywhere that I haven't put paint yet. And then maybe we'll finish this up. Yeah, it's gonna need a couple layers, I think. I still see the pencil. I wonder if I should just like stick some in some other places. Add some visual interest. Don't like that. Wait, I think it's this one's too dark. It's distracting. It kind of like draws the eye up there. All right. What are we thinking here? Opinions? Thoughts? I think I just have to wait for it to dry and then we'll do the line art. That's the part that ruined it last time. But this time I feel like it doesn't look as good without the line art. So while that's drying, I'm gonna clean off the brush. All right, leave that to the side. Maybe we can kind of add a little bit of line art to this. I'm gonna use, this is the Pigmographic #1. I'm gonna just do this real quick. Add some glasses. Let's see what this looks like underneath all this paint. Bangs. Add some freckles. It just feels like there's a lot of blank space there. Hey, there's a fish. I just need to do something that wasn't so cubistic. Okay, that sounded weird. All right, it is all dry now. It does have a little bit of texture, so I'm hoping I can make this work. So I guess what's next is we have to add the line art. I'm gonna start top left this time so I don't smudge it. Oh, it's so cool that the black lines show so well this time. All right, the circle. I'm a little nervous about this circle. Hold my breath. I can also like go over the lines a couple times. That'll make them thicker. Okay, now I think this line actually goes all the way off the paper, even though I can't quite see it anymore. And then there's a line right here, straight down to the end of the nose. And this eyeball, I think I was gonna fill in completely. Not going to, oh shoot, when did I put my hand in that? I'm gonna have to paint over that. That's ugly. It's gonna be kind of hard now that the paint's dried to recreate these two colors, but I'll give it a shit. It's also gonna dry a little darker, so it's really hard to replicate it, but I probably could just cover the whole thing, don't you think? We're just making this worse, aren't we? Let that dry a little. Maybe make the purple color. Okay, I fixed the purple spot. This also just looks a little patchy, so I'm gonna just fill it with the color that's on the brush. Do I try to go over the blue again? It's pretty dry. Hey, we fixed it. I wonder, could I add like a lot more white to this and like create almost like shading for the eyeball? Maybe let's go all the way around. It's adding extra texture. Now that's gotta dry. Can we go in with this yet? I might be able to do certain spots. I gotta draw this line. Oh shoot, I'm moving. Go straight. It's really hard to draw a straight line with this. Do this. Cheek, finally. It's taking all my willpower not to add that little chin shadow that I add to every character ever. Here, I kind of did one. Do I add a nostril? But we could add this little like daisy thing here maybe. That's another like fine thing. Ba-doo-da-boom! I'm gonna add some highlights. Could add one here. Am I done? Is it time to peel? Which one's the first one? I think it's this guy. There it goes. Oh, took a little paper. Right, next up is this guy. Do a nice peel. Try not to rip the paper this time. Oh shoot. The masking tape is just kind of gone bad. It just rips so easily. Boom. Next up, next up. Alright, the last one. That was anticlimactic. Ta-da! Ooh, I love the white border. It looks so profesh. I feel like it looks like Cubism. Probably looks like a definite first attempt. Well, I guess it's a second attempt. I kind of like the more rounded shapes of the first one. I like the pastel of the new one, but I also like the boldness of the old one. So I think they both have like their qualities, you know? Is that an okay answer? I think they both look very interesting. I think I'll stick with my style. I guess I've been curating it and developing it over a very long period of time, so I would hope that it was my favorite. I feel like there's definitely some things I could learn from this to incorporate into my style. I like the idea of like just the like geometric lines that kind of like go off the edge. It really interests me. I don't know how I would incorporate it, but it's just something that I think is cool. But yeah, this was my very first attempt at diving into the world of Cubism. I'll admit I was probably a skeptic before this, but now I realize that it's actually very, very fun. And now I feel like looking at Cubism and like Picasso and other Cubist, is that a word? Artists? I feel like I'm going to appreciate it a little bit more because I'm going to look at the lines and imagine actually drawing that line and like, I don't know, it's just giving me a whole new perspective. I'm not going to just see it for what it is, but I'm going to see the feeling of when it was made. Does that make sense? I definitely recommend trying it, especially if you were like me and probably someone who laughed at this sort of thing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. A big thank you to Scrawlrbox for sending this box my way. I will have a link in the description if you want more information on that. I'll see you guys all next week, and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!